there with you.
He literally sounds like someone who is broken out of the insane asylum. Like, he just be all over the place. Like, get him some ADHD medicine, if nothing else, because I don't know where he's ever going to go. And I don't think that those that have gone through West Point expected to have their commander-in-chief address them and start talking about trophy wives or start talking about how he had so many investigations. What a great reminder that you are not qualified to be the person that potentially will command us as troops to go into war. Like, that is not instilling confidence whatsoever. And honestly, our troops deserve better. Our graduates deserve better. We as a country deserve better. And frankly, if we are going to ever be seen as the world leaders that we historically have been, the world deserves better. It is time for Republicans to start calling him out and start questioning his mental acuity and whether or not he is equipped to serve mentally. We know when it comes down to his criminality, he is not qualified to serve. But this is just absolutely deplorable.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett, I love her. She is amazing.
Yeah.
I think that
He knows what's going on.
people want to see somebody who fights and calls out the bullshit, ultimately. I think that's what Jasmine does, and we need a hell of a lot more people that are out there that are willing to do just that and call people out on their BS and not say, oh my God, Republicans are going to criticize me for saying this. Screw that. They're going to criticize you no matter what. So what we should be asking ourselves is, what are we really fighting for? Because we know it matters, and I think Jasmine is frankly the type of leader that we're really looking to support in some senses, right? Somebody who is out there that frankly doesn't give a damn what the other side, at least the elected Republicans in Congress say what they believe in, and at least even if you don't agree with her, you know what she stands for. Yeah. Because she makes it very clear. And people are really craving that right now. They don't want more politicians that say talking points that it doesn't even feel like they believe, or you don't even really know what they mean. They want somebody who's out there that says what they believe and doesn't care what somebody else thinks about it. They want that authentic.
I might pull the Herschel Walker, man. I'm going to go up there and I will fry his little ass.
You feel like
bro. No, bro.
You feel like you go there and fry him?
Like, okay,
well, I mean,
if someone can articulate better, fine. But I don't think that even if you can articulate better, you won't. If you don't have a point that the American people get behind,
you gotta know they want
to. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. See, there's two ways to be someone in the debate. I would argue, the way you're saying, that's what Trump does. Yes. He outwits them.
He doesn't use big words. It is what it is.
He outwits them.
Yeah. Do y'all love me?
Other people like Ben Shapiro is gonna try to actually out debate you.
Yeah. Try to make you look
but
dumb.
Trump is gonna outwit you.
Yeah.
And that's what works.
And it's
like a roast battle.
When somebody is that articulate, either you love him or you hate him. Because now people are going against Jordan Peterson right now. It's just like, when you're over articulating, I feel like
Vivek,
it could be good or bad.
Vivek is
the
best
middle.
on both. When you have both. Vivek has both.
Yeah.
I've never in my life,
everything
even Candace said it, I've never in my life seen somebody who is as elite at debating, talking, articulating as Vivek Ramaswamy.
You know what? Jasmine actually might be the most masculine person in the Democrat Party. No, actually though. That might be why he's saying that. Because when you talk, buddy, nobody's gonna get behind you because we know that you're not going to do shit at the end of the day when it comes down to some real shit.
So you telling me she's more masculine
than him? Yes.
And Jeffrey.
Yes. Bro, at the end of the day, what Democrats
Hakeem Jeffries?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries is probably more masculine, but he's so Squidward, monotone, weird.
Bro, people like masculine. Like, you have to be masculine when you're just trying to be powerful. Point blank, period, bro.
That's
to me,
a good point.
In America, maybe in other countries they do something different.
Nah, think about Mother Russia, Germany.
I mean, but they're not.
Not Germany no more.
Man, not no more.
Let's talk about Saudi Arabia.
But they have to prop up real men, even though they might not be can get in battle or fight. They have to be feel like real men. I don't see this guy being a commander-in-chief of anything. No Democrat actually I see as a strong man. Can you see Hakeem Jeffrey?
But bro, that's the party. The party that hates men is the Democratic Party. They invented the word toxic masculinity.
Yeah, they did.
They say everything a man does is wrong, and then get mad when none of the men vote for them.
And then on top of that, they rather have men turn into women.
And call that man, he's a man.
And then want them to take over women's sports. So,
do you think they're going to push for investigations into Trump's family and the whole crypto acquisitions that he is getting?
Well, Alex, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, so long as we end up taking the House, which I fully anticipate that we will do, and we are going to work hard to obviously help our Senate colleagues as well, then as someone who serves on the Oversight Committee and hopes to lead the Oversight Committee, I can guarantee you that we will do what we are supposed to do as constitutionally sworn members of the House, which means that we will conduct oversight. That means that we will investigate. We will look at whether or not this president himself has violated the emoluments clause as it relates to, say, such things as getting a $400 million plane from the Qataris. We also will make sure that we're looking into all these business deals that they have going on. I mean, think about it this way, Alex. They were going after Hunter because he sat on a board. Think about how much money they are raking in, whether we're talking about the next golf resort that they're setting up in Qatar, or whether we're talking about them leveling Gaza, as they've talked about, and talked about how it would be great beachfront property, whether we're talking about this crypto scam, the scam that people didn't even want to walk into and show their faces. Let me tell you, there is no shortage of things for us to dig into and determine whether or not there have been not only violations of the law, but definitely violations of our Constitution as a whole.
Hold on.
Did you make a little news here? Didn't you
Please
say you
pause
hope
this,
to
bro.
lead that committee?
I absolutely do. Unfortunately, we are going to lay our dear colleague, Jerry Conley, to rest here on Tuesday. And there will have to be an election to determine who is going to lead the Oversight Committee. And ultimately, I am hoping and praying that my colleagues see that I can provide what we need as a team to make sure that we can move forward and instill some confidence in the American people by knowing that they have a real fighter who will not back down, even in the face of all the threats that I will have waged at me, because Lord knows I get death threats every single day. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that God will never leave my side. And so I will fight fearlessly and ferociously for the American people.
I might say this messed up. She literally do think like a woman. She didn't have no problem with us overly spending bread. But when money is coming in, we finna
I'm
get
mad.
mad
It's
about
a deal
this.
with Qatar.
We mad about getting money into the
You
nation.
don't think
bro?
we have most?
I wasn't gonna say that wasn't just a woman thing, but because it's men in the Democrat Party.
It's a
Too.
Democrat
But
thing
you
right
know
now.
what?
That's a woman way of thinking.
They're feminine.
Yeah, that's a woman way
They're
of thinking.
not masculine.
Cause like, why
They're
keep,
emotional.
Why
They're
keep
more
A
spending
man
money?
knows how to save money and get some money. At the end of the man, come on, bro. Let's just continue, bro. I'm not for hey, bro.
What's wrong with
As
it?
a-
What's wrong, bro?
Every day, man. I ain't gonna see it, man. Every day though.
As I said, I think your best work is ahead of you for sure, 100%. You're
I
here.
am unemployed right now. No one must speak truth.
She got that money though.
When you have the ability to understand the context in which you live, the context in which others live, you're more likely to then connect with them and understand what's important to them.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I'm not finna hear that shit no more. That Shakespeare shit. Next clip, bro. Fuck, bro.
But if you are in an interaction where you don't have that level of awareness, they will be aware of that. I mean, this is the thing that I've also known about life, and I'm sure everyone here understands. The vast majority of human beings are very intelligent, regardless of their education level, regardless of where they're from, and intelligent enough to know whether when you are looking at them, you are looking at them with a level of respect. They will know that you are someone who is actually interested in their life and their reality and their fears and their dreams or not. They will know if you are looking at them as a commodity,
It's the same.
if you are looking at them as a point on the board.
Think she's drunk?
As contrasted with looking at them with some concern about whether you can actually improve their life.
There's always some
And
nice emotion.
that's important, but it requires you to be self-aware enough to understand that you may not understand their life.
Yeah, bro. That shit is that's just too far, bro. People actually voted for that shit, bro.
They did.
Well, they was just voting against Trump.
They were.
The new generation of the Democratic Party, the next generation of the Democratic Party, what do they need to keep in mind?
Well, what they need to keep in mind is that we've got a whole election coming up in 2026 that is of existential importance, especially if people want to do something to rein in the excesses and the illegalities and the corruption of this current presidential administration. So we have to keep our eyes on the prize when it comes to that. And then, of course, if we're fortunate enough in this country to still have free and fair elections, a 2028 presidential election will take place. I don't think that, the so-called Biden cover-up is going to be prominent in 2028. I think there are going to be a lot of things on the minds of voters, but it is important, of course, for people to be honest about what happened in 2024.
Well, let's leave Biden out of it for a second and just focus on messaging. There's a debate within the Democratic Party whether they should lean more progressive, and there's polling numbers out today suggesting that the face of the Democratic Party by far is AOC, obviously on the progressive bent, or if they should go back and hew toward more of a middle ground. I wonder where you've run elections, you've won elections. Yeah. Where do you stand on where the future is, what the path is?
Well, I think, first of all, that the reason AOC is so popular compared to many other figures in the Democratic Party is not because people view her to be progressive, so to speak. It's because they see her standing up to Elon Musk and Donald Trump at a time when people...
Yeah. Is this supposed to be the new Jamal? No. This who beat Jamal? He's from New York.
I don't know. It's a lot of them in New York, bro.
There's a lot of them. A lot of people.
It's a lot of... I don't know, bro.
Because AOC's New York.
Yeah.
They're cooked. If AOC or Jasmine Crockett is y'all's hope, you're cooked.
Lyndon B. Johnson rolling over in his grave.
No, he not. Because what he predicted is going true.
Yeah, it did happen.
Man, it ain't going to be 200 years.
How many years has it already been?
40, 50.
I thought he said for 40 years.
He said 200 years.
He said 200.
He said, I'm going to have them niggas voting Democrat for 200 years.
He had a lab full
of
niggas.
Hold on. How long it been since he been? How long since he passed that bill?
He had a plan. Bro, it's been a minute, bro. It ain't been 70 years, bro. It's probably
60s. It's about 80, 70.
This nigga said
69. 63 to 69. So that's like
60, yeah, 69.
That's 55 years.
Yeah, bro, he's not gonna. Lyndon B. His plan will work maybe half.
You said 55? Hell no.
His plan.
My mama was born in 74.
And that is
59. It's 59.
In 1969. That's like 55 years, ain't it? Roughly, something around that.
I just, man. If that's who y'all gonna bring out, man, y'all know y'all are done, man.
Cooked.
Y'all know it. It's nothing else to really say.
Cooked.
We're out of here, guys.
Congratulations, JD. You just won the next election.